While our investigation is still ongoing, one conclusion is clear. The Russians were relentless in attempting to meddle in the 2016 elections, and they will continue their efforts to undermine public confidence in Western democracies and in the legitimacy of our elections. The leadership of the intelligence community is unanimous in their assessment that the Russians continue to undertake sophisticated attacks to exacerbate the divisions in our country. In the 2016 election, the fact is that the Russians scanned election-related systems of at least 21 states. We may never know the full extent of the Russian malicious attacks. We are already in an election year. The need to act now is urgent. First of all, I think it's important to underscore that we have discovered no evidence that votes were changed in the last election. But it is nevertheless troubling that the Russians made such efforts to probe the election systems. And there also, in the beginning, was such mistrust between the states and DHS that information that should have been shared that would have caused the states to act more aggressively was not shared.
Because last time it was the Russians. It may not be the Russians next time. They have set a pattern that others can follow. It could be the North Koreans, it could be the Iranians, it could be a domestic hacktivist group that uses that same playbook to try to seed chaos. So the key thing at this point for us is not just protecting our elections from future Russian intrusion, it's protecting our elections, period. And to try to be able to work through that process. As vulnerabilities have been identified, it is entirely reasonable to be able to close those vulnerabilities and to be able to work with states as they try to be able to determine what weaknesses they may have, and so they can have those addressed in the days ahead.